Hello, my darlings. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're all doing well and survived the eclipse season. Honestly, it's been a very... March has been an interesting month. And for many of us, literally an eclipsing month. Like, what we thought we wanted, we no longer want. Who we thought we wanted, we no longer want. There's a real sort of sense of, what the fuck was I doing all that time? What was I doing allowing lack consciousness? What was I doing saying no to myself and yes to something else that didn't serve me anymore? And it's a realization I've had the last week, as you know, and letting go of that person was the most liberating, freeing, transformational, loving thing I ever did for myself. Because in doing that, I chose me. And I urge you all to do the same. Do not hold on to somebody who isn't choosing you. Do not hold on to anything that isn't aligned for you. And if it hasn't been ripped away from you without anesthesia or anesthetic, that's coming. If you're holding on to something that doesn't serve you, in whatever capacity, you need to know it will be taken from you. And honestly, it's really important to remember who the fuck you are and to take back your power. It's really important because so many of us are in survival mode and you kind of almost waiting on someone else to come in and rescue you, to save you, to be your saviour, when really and truly, look within, because that is your saviour. That is who is going to rescue you. You. And it's just, it takes a long time to realise that you are the one that holds the power in your life, no one else. You can't assign anyone that kind of power or control over your life. You hold the power, you hold the control. You choose to be happy, you choose to do the inner work, you choose to do the inner child work, you choose to heal from trauma, you choose to not accept less than you have been doing. And, you know, I've let go of that energy of not being chosen anymore because I choose myself. And yeah, it's difficult sometimes doing that, but at the same time, it isn't, because no one is going to choose you if you don't choose you first. And when you realise that, 333 in the time, you're teaching others how to treat you by what you stop, reinforce and allow. It's a game changer when you go, do you know what? I'm not feeling that anymore. I'm not feeling this breadcrumb energy. I'm not feeling this in and out bullshit. I'm not feeling this inconsistency. Whatever's going on in your life and whoever is compromising your peace needs to fucking go. They need to go. We all have things to work through. We all have healing to do. It's non-linear. We come round to it in a spiral. We think we've dealt with something and then it's like, oh shit, we haven't dealt with that. Okay, right, off we go again, and we do what we need to do. We get the journal out, or we meditate, or, you know, you do what you need to do. But ultimately, choosing yourself is okay. And it's pivotal. It's absolutely paramount to choose yourself. Because if you don't, who else will? You know? So I asked Spirit, I've pulled some cards already, and I asked Spirit, what do we need to know from this eclipse? And really and truly, you know, a lot of us are coming back to ourselves with Pisces energy here. And what's the Six of Cups? Oh my God, Scorpio energy, death and rebirth. And funnily enough, I've got the death card here as well. This is some kind of destruction of old timelines where you come back to who the fuck you are. You remember who you are. And you don't play small anymore, you know? The moon has shown you, illuminated to you what you need to let go of. And it's anything causing you pain. Three of Swords. Look at the state of that. That card is a shattered energy. That card is potentially, it could be self-anger as well, but ultimately with the Palace of Coins, this is grounding presence. So if this energy isn't grounding you, which it won't be, get fucking rid of it. Get rid of anything that compromises your peace. Anything. And for some of you, this has been a long journey. We've got the Five of Pentacles and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. This is an energy of holding on to shit, respectfully, too fucking long. Holding on to someone who isn't holding on to you, or holding on to someone who isn't choosing you, or holding on to an outdated pattern or hobby or habit. Or old friends. Like, obviously everyone's journey is different, but, you know, when you hold on to something that constantly leaves you like this, no, we're not here for that anymore. We're not fucking here for that. And some of you are closing out this cycle. I know I am. And I tell you what, it feels fucking magnificent. It's exhausting because you do get into an overthinker process to actually go through it, to think back. And then you start to get angry. And you're not necessarily angry at the person. You're angry at the idea that you allowed yourself lack. You allowed yourself breadcrumbs. You allowed yourself to accept far less than you actually fucking deserve. And I think it's when you sit and process that, that's when the anger comes in. That's when you're like, what the actual fuck have I been doing with my life all this time? But it's also a process. And it could be karmic energy. It could be trauma energy. It could be, because usually if you're putting up or allowing far less than you know you deserve, that's a trauma response. If you're people pleasing, trauma response. If you're accepting breadcrumbs, trauma response, because somewhere inside you doesn't think you're worthy of more. Let me fucking tell you now, you are. And you are worthy of that life you want in every fucking way possible. As you can see, I'm very passionate about this because I've allowed myself for far too long to not receive what I know I deserve. And by allowing someone to give me fuck all in the nicest way, for example, they didn't give me much of anything, right? Because I wasn't giving me much of anything. And this is where I don't really feel like I align with the twin flame journey anymore, because your twin just keeps you in a loop if you let them. Yes, you can be on the journey, and yes, you can choose yourself and let them go completely so that it just goes to the divine and you align with who and what is meant for you. Absolutely. But so many people stay in loop after loop after loop of choosing someone who isn't choosing them. And I can tell you now, from someone who's done that and chosen myself finally after nearly 10 years, it's the best thing I've ever done in my life, because it's freed me from those loops. It's freed me from not feeling worthy. It's freed me because I know I'm worthy. I know I'm worthy of everything I want in life and more. And it's coming to me. Slowly and surely it's coming in. But the more I've let this person go, the more I'm realizing there is still a process of allowing yourself to grieve. It's important because when you let that person go, they will feel it energetically, yes. And in some capacity, they will know in the 3D, if you like, that you're gone, that you're not there anymore. They will know. whether you've told them goodbye, have a good life, or anything like that, or you've just chosen to just simply disappear and remove yourself from a place where you weren't getting anything you wanted. You know, everything is down to timing on these journeys, but you are the leaders energetically, femme. You lead energetically. You also lead in the new earth, right? And leaders will want protectors, will want other leaders by their side. Healers in particular want a protector. They want someone who makes them feel safe. When they themselves, yes, they make themselves feel safe, absolutely. But our work in shadows, in darkness, sometimes can be quite heavy. And it would be nice to have someone there who understands, who can hold your hand through it if need be. Yes, we do have to be strong individually, absolutely. And we don't come to anybody from a place of need. It is purely a desire or a want to be around that person, or you're choosing to be around that person whenever that time aligns. But on the twin flame journey, far too many people get stuck in limerence, and far too many people think that that person is who they're meant to be with. And let me tell you now, in a lot of cases, it isn't. You will find, once you've got to a stage where I have, where you've just let them go completely, you will find that you don't want them anymore. You don't want them. You don't care to hear from them ever again. And you literally just want peace. And that person, while they may not have been horrible to you in some cases, or they could have been an absolute arsehole to you in others, it doesn't matter. They weren't choosing you because you weren't choosing you. So they've taught you to treat and use, sorry, let me rephrase that. They have taught you to choose yourself above anything else. And when you let them go and you go, you know what, I do deserve more than this, you then put it out to the universe, listen, I've let that person go. They weren't serving me anymore. I'm hearing what the eclipse is trying to tell me. Eclipse away because I've listened. There is no resistance here. I have listened. And when you do that, that will then enable the divine God, the universe, to align you with who and what is meant for you, because you are no longer resisting and holding on to that one person. This is where practicing sumodhi really helps. Sumodhi is living in the present moment, being okay with everything as it is, accepting everything as it is, loving yourself wholeheartedly, unconditionally, and fully. And you can't do that when you're holding on to someone because you think they're your twin flame, or you think that's who I'm meant to be with. It's really, 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 really fucking hard to let go of them. But I promise you, when you do, you're on the other side of enlightenment, of oneness, of 0 point field. You just feel so much more present. And when you're connected like that to you, you're then connected to others, not attached. Connected to everything, attached to nothing. And that's hard when you know what you deserve. And I suppose you can be attached to wanting to have that outcome of happy ever after with somebody, you know, who God aligns for you. Yeah, absolutely. You could say that's what I want. But it's not really about being attached. It's just knowing that you deserve that. If that's what you've signed up to, you deserve it. But when you let your twin go, you'll find things will change for you a lot quicker, and you'll start aligning with more presence, more gifts from the universe, more presence from people around you. Like, more people will be more present in your company. Choosing you is what this is about. So then we have the Knight of Wands. No, we have the Palace of Cups, the Sun, and the Queen of Cups. Self-love. Palace of Cups is a dreamy energy. It's activating a heart-centered universe as well. But it is a dreamy energy. And obviously what's also happening at the moment is Neptune has come out of Pisces and gone into Aries for the first time in 153 years. I think I saw it the other day. Which means that we're now taking action towards our goals. We're not sitting there fantasizing and dreaming about them. We're literally going, oh my God. And you may find whoever has been removed from your life romantically in this time was only meant to be in your life for a certain amount of time, and then that's it, they're out. And someone more aligned to you will step into that person's place. Now, I did a post the other day, no, it was last night actually, on Threads, and what I'm about to say will trigger a fucking lot of people. However, it's what I've been told, right? It's a download, and it makes a lot of sense for many people that I've spoken to about this already. So, in some cases, there is, I've heard this before, there's a twin flame and there's a twin soul. So the twin flame helps you grow and ascend to a certain level, and then the twin soul comes in, and that's who you're actually meant to be in union with, potentially. But again, practicing non-attachment. However, spanner in the works, this is what I got told as a download. The feminine in some cases, not all, but in some cases, some feminines have agreed to have that one soul split into 3. 1 feminine counterpart and then 2 masculine counterparts, right? The masculine, possibly the masculines could be interchangeable depending on how much work one of them is doing. But I feel for those that this resonates with, it could be because you've got destined and guaranteed union on a soul level with this person who you still share that soul frequency with. So it's not any longer called a twin flame or twin soul. It's a divine counterpart. And do you remember a while ago when I said a lot of you will have a twin flame that may still become your divine counterpart if they're doing the work? Yes. But those masculines where they're not doing the work, someone else is going to come in and replace them. That might bring the other masculine back because they feel the essence of another energy, or they realise, oh God, I fucked up. I need that person in my life. I want to be with them, blah, 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 whatever. And then the feminine may have a choice. But either way, if they're interchangeable, that means you, will have a choice. And it also means you have guaranteed union with a very high soul frequency. So yeah, it's been an interesting week of variations and downloads, and I think for a lot of feminines where they've chosen to move away from their masculine, that's because there is someone coming in and it's energetically being, you're creating that space energetically for that person to come in and potentially be someone you could be with, live a purpose with, be in union with. You do the math, whatever feels aligned to you to believe, But again, you still need to practice non-attachment. So then we have the Knight of Wands and the Hermit card. The Hermit is finding the light within, and this is where a lot of you are in. You're in this introspective energy of going within and finding what lights your soul up. Whether that's being around soul family, whether that's doing a new form of exercise, whether that's going to more ceremonies or going to learn more things. It's a very powerful energy to be in, where you're basically unfuckwithable because you know what sets your soul on fire. But you've got to go within and do that inner work. Then we have the Death card clarified by the Ace of Cups. Because you've said no and you've ended a cycle, this is giving you more self-love, but you've guaranteed yourself more love in your life because you are giving yourself self-love. So the more you do this, love and heart center, that's what it says on the card. The more you do this, the more you are aligning with people in the same frequency, with the Three of Pentacles, the Moon, the Leo energy here with the Strength, and the Page of Pentacles. It's all unfolding for you, and this is all to do with purpose. And it's like letting go of that other person will allow you to align more with your purpose. And the Moon has illuminated this to you of what you want a relationship to look like. Not what you were getting from your counterpart, or twin rather, not counterpart, but twin. It's like, actually, this is what I want someone to look like. And some of you have been calling that in. Some of you have been calling in a divine counterpart for a year, and that might be about to come into fruition. So it's exciting times, but you do need to give yourself that time to also rest and integrate what you've let go of, because this shit is fucking painful. It's painful. It's painful not choosing yourself. Forgive yourself for not choosing yourself. Listen to Ho'oponopono meditations. They work wonders. Listen to them while you go to sleep to reprogram that subconscious mind. Connect into your spirit team and say, oh my God, higher self, you were right. Your higher self is not going to want you to suffer. They won't, but you will be taught lessons if you don't learn. And, you know, this is a time for real self-love to be activated more and more and more so that you can become the person you're destined to be. And therefore then align with the people who are destined to be in your life. And if people have left or you've made a decision to move away from anyone in this time, this past month, divinely orchestrated it was. The blinkers have been removed. The blinkers have been taken off. And you're like that, oh my God. And you're seeing things and people more clearly than you probably ever have done. And you know your worth. So what does this collective need to know anyway? And on top of this, sorry, what else do they need to know about life? What else do they need to know? Oh, look, we have an Ace of Pentacles. We have an Ace of Pentacles. New beginnings. Stable new beginnings in a lot of cases. I just feel like... and a King of Cups. So, yes, it could be a new beginning in love. Yeah, absolutely. Who's a provider too with the King of Pentacles? Absolutely, it could be. Yeah. But, you know, you focus, you are focusing on yourself. And this could be bringing someone to you who wants to also focus on you somewhere along the line. Miss Empress. But ultimately, you're balancing your masculine and feminine energies to get into inner union because, you know, you're like, I don't want to be in this trapped energy anymore. I want to be in a place of receiving, of, you know, being able to know that it's worth my time investing in certain people or in a project. And it's really, really trusting that intuition. Let's just get some clarity on this. Let's go with these. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please. Don't want that. No, I do. It's the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Hang on. That's you done with the bullshit. That's you taking your power back. Powerful. And because, oh, fuck me. And because you're investing in you, you're going to be aligning with someone who will invest in you. We've got the Nine of Cups. We've got the Eight of Wands, sorry. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So you could align with someone who wants to grow and heal with you, heal alongside you. You know, they want to step into purpose together. There is something bigger coming from this when you've let that person go who you believe you were meant to be with for the rest of your life. And you're now like that. No. Mm-mm. I want more for my life. Clarify the King of Pentacles, please. The Sun and the Three of Swords. This is someone who's done the work. This is someone who's closed out or possibly may have... okay, different messages here. Two messages. One, they've closed out a lot of pain in their life and they're in a very strong position and they are in a heart-conscious space. Two, they may have a third-party situation to close out, or they may... divine timing's at work, basically. Because some of you may align with somebody and it's not the right time, because it's time for you to really invest in you, because you've been so invested in that other person, you haven't really had the time to invest in you. So this is your time now, before someone new comes in, for you to invest in you. We do have a Six of Cups. So this is someone wanting to be in your life. In some cases, you may know them. And it may be a masculine coming in correct that you know of. Twin flame. Yes, it may well be. Absolutely. It may well be. I'm not ruling that out. But what I say to get to a better place in you is letting them go, because it helps you choose yourself. Clarify the Empress. Keep having fun. Keep living your life. Keep going to events. Keep doing things that fill your soul up. But somebody in this energy wants to see you. Now, for some, you might have a choice on your hands as well. Clarify the Eight of Swords. The Hermit. Yeah, you are not in this stuck and blocked energy anymore. Yeah, the World and the Fool. Things are changing. Things are changing quite a lot, I would say. The Fool is somebody wanting to take that leap of faith without really considering too much. They just want to go for it because they just know they want to spend time with you. They want to invest. They just know. But with the Eight of Swords here, this is also mental imprisonment that this person has been overcoming with the Hermit energy. And the Hermit energy, like I said to you before, is going within. It's really powerful energy. What else do we need to know? The Guru is here as well. So this is someone who's done some spiritual work on themselves. They could have gone and done some kind of breathwork course, or they could have been attending, I don't know, plant-based ceremonies. I don't know. But the energy coming in is someone who's wiser. And they've been worried about you moving on to other things. So we do have someone who's going to come back in after this energy of this past month, wanting to make things right with you and do things correctly. Yes, we do. But we have others where they may do that and you just go, no, I'm not interested. It's up to you what you choose. Page of Swords. Yeah, they want to speak some truth to their Empress. Two Empresses. Two Empresses. Two Empress cards. Massive. We've got the Sun, we've got the two Empresses. We've got the World, the Fool, the Guru, which is the Hierophant in normal tarot, and the Hermit. So major, major arcana here. And with the Commitment card, or the Ten of Pentacles, this is someone wanting to come in for happy ever after with you. And they're realising you are that happy ever after. Yeah, they've held on to you. This person wants to come in and bring balance. So yeah, there's a real mixed bag of... Oh, we've got an Emperor as well, bottom of the deck. This is somebody I do feel you have cut out before. And you might have told them you were cutting them out. You might not. I don't know. But there's a real sort of... They want to come in and make it up to you. But I feel for those where this is happening, where the masculine is coming in a lot of cases, it's because they may have sensed you being interested in other people, or in some cases you have been aligned with like a high level soulmate or something like that, and this masculine's like, I'm not having that, I'm coming in to make my claim vibes, you know. In some cases, like, obviously don't attach to anything, just keep living your life and focusing on you. But by doing that, you have magnified somebody here in. And like I say, for some of you it's a new person, for some of you it's someone you already know. But choose you. Ultimately, choose yourself. Because when you're choosing you, that means the universe can bring the things to you that are meant to be in your life. Okay. Right. What else do I want to... I want to go to these. I don't know why I'm feeling it. What else do we need to know? Angel of Love and Journey. Angel of Love and Journey. All right. The thinking woman. Fuck-a-doodle-doo. Heart-centered. We have a first chakra, which is Archangel Michael, so root chakra. We have Daughter Spirit, and we have the fourth chakra, which is Archangel Raphael and Heart Center. Okay. It's interesting. Cut the deck and got the Lovers. So it does feel like a lot of you will have someone returning. It's just whether you accept them or not. It's up to you. If they come correct, then, you know, there's a possibility you could work at something. But if they're still coming in with that in and out bullshit, cut it out. Cut it out. Get rid. There's the Lovers. I had a feeling that would come out. This is you having choice. And that's why there's the thinking woman here. This is you having a choice. Not just in love, in life. Yeah, Daughter Spirit, you've turned within, you've gone within, you've spoken to your spirit team, you've connected to Source, you've connected to you, and you've looked at where you were deceiving yourself and where other people were deceiving you. And now you're like that. Fuck that shit. No. Three of Cups is here as well. Somebody definitely wants to come in and see you. Yeah, Six of Cups. Somebody's definitely wanting to come in and return to you. I know, I really do sound like a broken record. This is like, it's the same fucking message. Clarify fourth chakra. They believe you're their destiny. Whether you believe that anymore, I'm not sure. But they believe, yeah, Ace of Wands and the Nine of Wands. They believe you're their destiny. And there's a real sort of depression energy, apathetic energy here of, oh, fuck me, I need to do this right. And then we've got the Eight of Wands as well, which is obviously fast-paced energy. So for some, you have got somebody coming in quite soon who will have a little chat, want to see you, really, like, make amends. Yes, I do feel that. For others of you, you have someone coming in who will bring you everything you want in life. Could be the right timing. It doesn't really matter whether it's the right timing or not. If it isn't the right timing, there's because there could be some other lessons for you to learn, or some other kind of karmic cycle for you to close out, or that person to close out potentially. You know, take it as it resonates. And for some of you, you'll have a choice. You'll have a choice. All I'll say to that is choose wisely. We do have to hold the masculine collective in the highest timeline. Absolutely, yes, we do. But try to be objective as well. And this is where you're being asked to really look at what you want in love and in life. And if your values are no longer aligned with the person you thought you wanted, listen to that. Listen. Don't be a people pleaser just because they suddenly come back going, oh my God, I think you're amazing, let's give it a go. Because my argument with that would be, personally, I would rather have someone who already fucking knows straight away they meet me, 33 in the time. I would rather have someone who already knows that I'm different straight the way they see me, you know? Rather than it take a long time for someone to tell you, you are actually the person I would like to be with, I would rather someone already fucking knows. But that's where I'm different on the twin flame journey now, because your twin is meant to trigger the absolute fuck out of you to do the healing work. And yes, they do. They do trigger you. You trigger them. Absolutely. Of course. And as I said to you, many of you will be in union with the person you believe you'll be in union with. Yes. But for many of you, it will be someone completely different. And you may already know them, or you may be aligning to them soon. And that is where the other person will probably come back in and go, what about me? And you'll be having a choice. Any other messages with this channeling, please? What did I just say? Choice. Seven of Cups. Eight of Swords. Six of Cups. Three of Wands. Transformation, change, expansion, joy, happiness. That's the Devil. Yeah, the Devil. Don't stay bound to someone just because they come back and try and tell you what you want to hear. Because while that may be the truth for them, it may no longer be the truth of what you want. Page of Swords. God would not want you to stay and play small. Yeah, Page of Cups in reverse. Don't settle. Some of you are going to hear from the person you would love to hear from, or would have loved to have heard from, and they're going to tell you everything you want in probably quite a large amount of detail. And we've got a karmic justice here as well. Or they're going to be bringing back justice to this connection in some capacity. Yeah, King of Pentacles. And they're going to come in and go, oh my God, yeah, I do want to be with you. I'm sorry I didn't do this. I'm sorry I didn't do that. I had to work through this. I had to work through that. And that's fair enough. And for some of you, that may be enough. Yes, it may well be. And you may be able to be happy, live happily ever after of them when they've given you this clarity. Yes. But for some of you, I think you're going to find you'll want more. Three of Pentacles. You'll want to collaborate with someone. And with the Hierophant and the Sun, this is someone who's very wise spiritually. Again, it could be the person returning that you know of. Yes. But do bear in mind, because your vibration has risen since you moved away from this person, you're aligning with more soul alignment, soul tribe for better with the Ace of Pentacles. It's a process. It's a process because the old you didn't think you were worthy of this. And when it comes in, it could trigger you because you'll be like, oh, fuck, this is what I've wanted all this time. And now I'm being offered it. And it could be this person comes in and offers you what you wanted. This other person, this person you've known a while possibly coming back in. They may come in and say, listen, I really had to think and I'm sorry I've run from this. I'm this, I'm that and the other. I do want to try and give a go with this or, you know, something along them lines. And it might be you go, too little, too late. It's your journey. It's what feels right for you. All I'll say is don't fucking settle. If there is a niggling doubt when this person comes back, not that they'll change or go back to like the other person, I don't mean that. If there is a niggling doubt that you are like, no, I really do want more for my life. I don't think I can do this. Or you just know that you still deserve more. If it ain't a fuck yes, it's a fuck no. And that goes across everything in life. If it isn't a fuck yes, it's a fuck no. Done. You have to be quite direct with yourself. And I think with Neptune moving into Aries, Aries is a go-getter. So that's going to make you go, oh, I know what I need to do. And like I said, for many of you, you could have this person coming in and you'll be like, yeah, let's do this. Let's give it a go. And off you sail into the sunset, so to speak. But for others of you, you may decide to wait for somebody else to come along who will know very quickly that you're that person. And with me personally, I just want fucking miracles in life, and I'm aligning with miracles more and more and more because I trust in the universe. I trust in my higher self. I trust in my spirit guides. I trust that I'm exactly where I'm meant to be at this time. And I trust that what's meant for me will never, ever pass me by. And yeah, you want more for your life. And so by letting that person go and choosing to honour your own energy and your own heart, and, you know, some of you hold on to someone who's literally giving you fuck all but drama, but difficulty. Now, that might have been because they were staying in a karmic situation that was very toxic for them, and then they had no choice but to do certain things. Yes, of course, it's different in that regard. But if you haven't had much from your person, I get that it's down to timing. And when they haven't given you much, or when they haven't chosen you, obviously they're teaching you to choose yourself. But this is why it's so important to let that person go completely, so that the divine can align you with who and what. And it could be that they come in and they're correct, and it can be a wonderful union for you, and you can go on and live your purpose with them, yes. But for a lot of you, that union, relationship, partnership, person might not be the person you think. It might be someone completely different. Or it could be if you've aligned with someone recently and you're like, oh, okay, they're quite a lot more suitable. It might be that person. But again, it all happens in divine timing. And you have to trust that. Are there any final messages before I shut the F up, Spirit? Let's have a look at these. Are there any final messages, please, for this collective watching? Are there any final messages? Heart and home. Yeah. The person you believe to be your home might not be who you think. You have to be open to this. Happy home, security, love and kindness, family, belonging. This is coming for so many of you, that happy home life. Oh, look. No. The decision, the answer is no. The situation or event is not unfolding at this time. Block. Road closed. And that is your twin flame. I'm going to tell you that now, straight away. We've got spilt milk. No use crying over spilt milk. You know the saying. Regret, accidents happen, don't sweat the small stuff. The card is also in, I think that's a Pisces sign. Yeah, it is. So it's in Pisces season that you might have let go of this situation. We have sap. Resources, needed materials, flow, wealth, essence of life. Blood, nourishment, sweetness. Optical illusion. Oh, wow. These cards fucking hand you your backside, don't they? Not what it seems. Mirage effect. Trap. Unclear. Visual effect. Do not let your fantasies get in the way of reality. Because I did that for far too fucking long. I romanticised and thought the world of this person. And, you know, I still think the world of them. I just feel very differently about them. But I honestly thought, yeah, we're meant to be here together. Oh my God, yeah, we are. Not anymore. Please, if you want to do the work on yourself, if you want to step into your ultimate power and wisdom, work with me, because I will get you there. I will get you there. I'm helping many people do the same. Like, step away from focusing on one person. This is why Spirit's moving me away from readings more and more and more. I'm definitely being guided more to healings, inner work, shadow work, worry beads. Worry, fear, anxiety. If it costs you this and causes you this, it is too bloody expensive. Remove yourself. All right. You want someone who's home. And by getting that, self-love is the key. Clarify home and heart. Ooh. Yeah, you've been trapped in the feeling of thinking somebody was your home because of a label. And now you're like, So you've manifested staying stuck in the past. Clarify, no. This person has not given you the reciprocity that you deserve. And in some cases, they're just not capable. And you have to allow them to go. Clarify, spilled milk. The world. You're closing out a cycle here. a big fucking cycle. Clarify sap. The King of Wands. Someone will come into your life who will give you everything you want in life and more. And they will be a life force for you. They will be a force to be reckoned with. They want to come, like the universe probably has someone waiting there for you in the wings as such. That person might not be waiting. They're just aligning with their true essence. Optical illusion is clarified by the High Priestess. She is secrets. It does say hocus pocus on here as well. Trick and hallucination. Where have you been tricking yourself into thinking that somebody was right for you when all along they weren't? Not right now. And not for the time you've known them. You know, there's a lot of unease here, and you've stuck in these circumstances of thinking you're going to get this commitment from this person, and it's made you have lots of anxiety, and then you've been like, oh no, I am meant to be with them, I am meant to be with them. And you've realised, actually, no, I haven't been shown what I deserve. There is someone coming in who will balance that for you. But you have to let this situation go. Let it go. You've done enough. Anything else? Anything else for this collective who are watching this? Yeah, take yourself out on dates. But for some of you, you have been connected to somebody for a long time who hasn't really ever shown you that they want to date you. Not properly. They've never given you that true feeling of safety that they do want to date you. In some cases, you've known them a long time. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. You've known them a long time, and there's just been no hope or no indication that that's what they want. And you've held on and held on and held on, and now you're like, what the fuck was I doing? Wasting my bastard time. The confusion is gone. You are no longer in your confused era. You are like, no, you know what? I know what I deserve. And it's nothing short of this. This is commitment. This is commitment to self, to then align with someone who wants that commitment as well. By doing the inner work. You have this amazing new beginning coming for so many of you because you've let go of someone who was no longer serving you. Now, it might not be just a romantic interest. It could have been, and it might not just be your twin. It might have been a number of things. Letting go of your twin may have been a catalyst to letting go of lots of other stuff that was no longer serving you. You will know, you know, there's a lot of change coming here, and any delusions they've gone. Like holding on to someone thinking, oh my God, yeah, we'll be together and we'll have this life and all this shit. They've not given you anything but drama or inconsistency or lack. They ain't for you. Simple as that. They ain't for you. That doesn't mean they won't be for you at one point in the future. But for a lot of you, that person you end up with is not going to be who you think. I cannot stress that to you enough. Regardless of the fact that you may have an interchangeable divine masculine in some cases. Yeah, if that aligns with you, because I know it's a very triggering subject, but if that aligns for you, then you will have a choice of two. And one will be absolutely perfect for you. And the other one may come back in the similar energy, but by then it might be too late. And in some cases, you may stick with the person you know of, if they're coming in correct. And it might be that you've aligned with that other person to show you what you deserve in a masculine. But in many cases, that is who you're meant to be with, the new person. Just sit with it, because it is a head fuck. I appreciate that. And when I was receiving the download, I checked it with someone and I was like, this doesn't resonate with me. Why am I receiving this download? And then I realised, actually, there's a few people that I have as clients who are in this exact circumstance, but we didn't realise that's what it was. And Spirit was like, it's soul fractals. It's, you know, there's one part feminine and then there's two masculines, all part of the same soul. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. I don't get it. But everyone's journey is different. And what I can say is, even if it doesn't agree, even if you don't agree with what I'm saying now, you must be objective, because everyone's journey is very unique to them. And some people's journey is a complete and utter anomaly that they will then go on and teach about themselves when the time aligns. But I've been guided to do this video and incorporate it into it briefly, because I don't want to go on about it too much, because I know it's triggering. But what you're basically saying to the universe when you're triggered by this is, I need to heal this attachment that I have to lack, or to one particular person. Because the person who's coming in for you, replacing who you believe was going to be your forever person, is far more aligned. It's far more heart-centered, more loving, more awake, more aware, stronger, courageous. They've already been through all that shit like you have, and they've done the work. And regardless of circumstance, if you're meant to be with that person, you will be. God and the divine will see to it. But yeah, feminines, for some of you, you are going to have a choice. And it might be challenging, because while you maybe have let that older person go, there's this possibility that they're going to come in the correct way, and you're going to be like, oh, do I want them, or do I want the new person? So it's hard. It's a hard process. And, you know, these journeys are not for the faint of heart, and it's an ascension journey at the end of the day. And I really don't like the twin flame label. I just don't like it. I don't resonate with it anymore. I use it for work purposes only, but even that's becoming more and more distant to me. But I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful for the ascension growth, the alignment to soul family, soul clients, soul tribe, the many blessings I have. I'm grateful for it all. But I'm also exhausted and need to allow myself that time to grieve that relationship. And I feel I've let it go, but obviously it's still a process to grieve it. Because for a long time, it was exactly what I wanted. But I was holding on to the potential, not the reality. And sometimes the reality of these people is they're just not able to do the work, or they're just too afraid to accept love. And then they think, how would that person want me? Like, what if we're together and then they decide they don't want me anymore? They have everything they want and then they leave me. So they, rather than go through that, will just not tell you how they feel. And I know a lot of you have that. And that's where the new masculine coming in is going to be completely different, because they are going to let you know in no uncertain terms you are someone they find important to them, or they desire, or they wish to create magic with. You know, when the time aligns, you will know with the other person what's going to unfold. And you'll know very quickly. It won't be any of this in and out bollocks. It will be, okay, we're doing this. You know, it won't, you won't have to deal with the whole twin flame in and out, runner chaser dynamic. I really don't think you will, because you'll go straight into a divine counterpart frequency. And this is where a lot of people will be aligning with someone who is more on their wavelength, on their frequency. It's just a process. And, you know, you have to have compassion for that person that you thought you wanted to be with. You have to have compassion for them, of course. Absolutely. But you have to have compassion for you first, and choosing you and saying, no, enough of this. I want more for my life. It opens up so many doors when you choose yourself. I promise you. So if you are ready to do the work, if you are ready to look at blocks in your life, connect more and more to you, your spirit team, have some gifts activated, look at past trauma, patterns, generational patterns, look at past life regressions or past life clearing, look at getting yourself energetically cleared, look at having a shamanic healing, going on a shamanic journey and meeting the most abundant version of yourself, then I can help you with all of that. So just message me, Zoe at thesassyspiritualist.co.uk, or head over to Instagram, thesassyspiritualist1111, and I will do anything I can to help you. I'm also taking bookings for 15-minute discovery calls for new clients, just to see if our energy aligns, and, you know, we can go from there. So yeah, do message, because we need to be standing more and more in our power as the feminines and masculines as well. We need to be standing there saying no to the things that no longer serve and choosing ourselves way more. Okay, lots of love.